and prosperity. At 9 years old, I desperately wanted a super expensive European racing bicycle with low handlebars. The equivalent cost today would be about $4,000. My father owned a superb little Danish bakery called Elite Bakery with a cornucopia on the window design, so I assumed he could afford it. He could not. I knew he loved me, so I kept asking. He kept saying no. Finally, I got an idea. I would ask him if I could have the bike if I earned it myself. He was sure that no 9-year-old could generate almost as much money as he was probably earning per year. He agreed, saying, "Pride of ownership always follows pride of earnership." I intuitively knew the bike was mine if I could earn the money to pay for it. I looked up the word earn in Webster's dictionary, and it said that it meant to supply labor or working services for pay. I thought I could do that, although I did not have a clue about how. I discovered that all we have to do is clearly and decisively know what we want and keep wanting it without distractions, and the how will manifest. Here is what happened to me then, and hundreds of times since. Miracle number 1. I made potholders and sold them to friends, neighbors, and relatives for 25 cents back in 1957. Dad supplied all the raw materials for free, and I kept making and selling the potholders and aggregating the quarters until I had enough to subscribe to a European bicycling magazine. When the magazine arrived, I saw the bicycle of my dreams. I cut out the picture and taped it next to my bed. I was storyboarding before I even knew what storyboarding was. I looked at my future ideal racing bicycle every night longingly after praying, and fell asleep happily dreaming of riding my beautiful bicycle everywhere. In my mind, I was becoming what was called a Windy City wheelman, cruising delightfully around all the enchanting backcountry roads. Miracle number 2. As a Boy Scout, I read every word of every issue of Boy's Life magazine. On the back page, I read an advertisement from Gibson Greeting Cards saying I could sell Christmas cards on consignment. I got a sample of the cards sent to me free, with order forms, and proceeded to sell. I took orders from my neighbors at $2 a box. I had my parents write a check for $1 per box, and I kept 50%, or $1 a box. The company sent the cards to me, and I had to personally deliver them to each buyer. My mother was a great mom and a superstar storyteller and saleswoman. She taught me one line to say. "Hi, neighbor. I am Mark Hansen. I am earning my own bicycle selling Christmas cards. Would you like to invest in 1 box or 2? It went so well that I went around my block and kept making strides into new, ever-expanding territories. I was relentless, happy, and unstoppable. I knew what I wanted and planned to get it. Working between 5:30 and 7 p.m. weeknights and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., I sold 376 boxes in 1 month. I became the #1 9-year-old greeting card salesman in America and got the company's entrepreneurial award. Most importantly, I earned my own money. Dad wisely took me to a bank to deposit my little first self-created fortune and gave me the bank book to cherish. I was told to add to the account because I had to save half my earnings for college someday. This was not part of my immature plan, but yet another obstacle to overcome. Miracle number 3. Although I didn't even know it yet, my entrepreneurial journey was launched. My father's experience of suffering through the Depression, as he described it to my brothers and me, was not going to be my future experience. Intuitively, I now knew I could sell and earn whatever I wanted. I took jobs delivering the Chicago Tribune and Sun-Times newspapers mornings and nights. On Sundays, I cut lawns, washed